Hello. I'm going to give you 5 tips in this video to hopefully help you when you're doing manual labour jobs. I've done it for a few years. I hope the tips help. I hope they help. If they don't blame me. Let's go. Actually, now that I think about it, you could apply these tips at any job, really. Cool. Hey yo, tip number 1. Be a smart boy or girl. Now honestly, be very smart with what job you choose to do. So if we're talking about delivery jobs in particular, I started off doing Waitrose delivery, I've done Every, and I've done Amazon, and now I've done Royal Mail. You've got to look at like the job description. So if you're talking about Waitrose, you're picking up loads of heavy cages full of shopping, full of food. And food can be really heavy, especially milk. So some people they order that so that they don't have to bring it back from the shops. Every, if you look at the description, you're taking back way more parcels than you're delivering because it's more of like a collection type service. I was on average taking about 800, 900 parcels back a day. So you can imagine what that's like lugging. You get massive bags, chuck them full of parcels. Some bags would have like 80 parcels in, and even if they're light, it's heavy. So you're dragging them all day long and you never stop. And if we're talking about Amazon, I don't think I need to even go into that. It's just a ridiculous workload. It's non-stop and you get no breaks. Royal Mail is a little bit slower pace, and you can see that in the description, and you can also tell by the type of job that it is. It's an old company, so their rules of how they do things are very rigid, and that's actually a good thing because it means they do things safely and they do things fairly slowly so that it's more safe. So be a little clever clogs, yeah? Be smart with your decision. Look at the description and just think, right, is this something that's just going to be completely taxing, or is this something that I'm going to be able to handle? And you have to weigh up your options. Obviously you've got to take what you've got, but an experience is good experience, any experience, but experience. I think that's a good tip. Move on to the next one. Boom! I said you've got to be clever. You've got to be clever. I said you've got to be clever. Tip número 2. Hola mi amorón y ¿qué pasa Montenegro? That's all the Spanish I know. So yeah, tip numero 2 is pretty cliche, but work hard. Work smart, not hard. Work hard, not smart. I can't be given a tip of work hard, not smart when it's the complete fucking opposite. So yeah, tip numero 2. Work smart, not hard. It's a cliche, but oh my god, is it true. I remember a few years ago when I was labouring, I was sweeping, because that's what I did quite a lot. It was great fun. And one geezer came over to me and he was just like, if you do it this way, then it will help a little bit. And he said if you put water down, then you won't get all the dust in breathing through your nose and get into your lungs and that. I could have been there just sweeping my nuts off, just going and going and going, I want to get this done, breathing in loads of dust. But instead I could just chuck some water on it, and it's quicker, more efficient, and I don't get all that dust in my lungs. So it's a win-win, you know what I mean? And you can apply that to literally everything. I've worked smarter, not harder. Don't be smart. Be smart, don't be hard. Fucking what? Do what I said. Hello, are you there? Yes. Yeah, you gotta find ways to do things more efficiently. You can relate it to chopping vegetables actually. If you cut an onion or a tomato, yeah, you wouldn't just cut it in half and then just find a way, if you want to dice it, you wouldn't just then find a way to fucking dice it where it work. You wouldn't do it like that. You do it the way you're supposed to, where you cut it boom 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 boom, and then you do 2 cuts like that, and then when you cut it down, it's just perfectly diced bits of onion. You've done it more efficiently. You've worked smarter and not harder. Oh, I do love me some Bristolians. I loves them, I do. I just delivered a parcel, and the woman, she was just like, right, is this all for me? And I went, yeah. And then she went, I got a question for you, because I saw you on your phone in your van, and I was waiting to ask you. And I was like, oh, sorry, love. And she was just like, right, I've been sent an email saying I've got to give my name and my email address and all my details and I'm just a bit confused. I think it's a scam. And I was like, have you already done it? And she was like, yeah, I have given them, because like I rung up Royal Mail and they was like, no, do not, like, this is the wrong number. And I was just like, yeah, that's probably a scam, love, but don't worry, like they've only got like a few details. She was like, yeah, I just like, it didn't seem right, did it? Like, why would they need my detail? I know, like, bastards. And I just went, don't get caught again. She was just like, no, I won't, thank you. Tip numero tres. You've got to be working out outside of this job. So I know this is like a physical job and it feels like fit. I'll be honest, I struggle with this a lot, because you get home after a long day at work, grinding, and all you want to do is rest. But in that rest, you're not actually making this job any easier, just making it harder for yourself, because this is a physical job. So in your head, you're like, well, if this is a physical job, I'm doing my workout so I can rest back home. But if you think about it like, this is a physical job, and then I work out when I'm not at work as well, then that's going to make this even easier. You're going to be double as fit, and your day at your work is just going to be like a piece of piss. The actual gym workout is going to be the hard bit. So yeah, I struggle with it, but we can do this together. We can, and we will.
But Rowan, I don't want to work out after a long day at work. It's tiring.
Just quit being a bitch, alright? Quit being a little melon, okay? No. I'm telling myself this as well, alright? We need to stop being little soy boys, alright? And soy women, okay? Let's get this bread and stutter loads. Side note, you can never have a piss. When you're just out on the road all the time, you don't actually realise how little toilets there are to use. There's none. Unless you just, with a high vis though, you just go into anywhere and you basically go, I need to use your toilet right now, please. Can you let me use it? And they're just like, he's got a high vis on, he knows what he's doing. He's got a high vis on, he knows everything, okay? He knows everything and he can do anything he wants because he's got a high vis on. Tip number 4. If you can, start early. Start early in the morning, if you've got freedom to. I mean, most jobs like this start early in the morning anyway, but for example, I have complete freedom to start and finish whenever I want because I'm agency, and I always start late because I have that freedom. So if I wake up and I feel a bit tired, I'm just like, I'll have another hour in bed, and then guess what happens? I finish late, I'm delivering in the dark, I have not really any free time in the evening, and it's just shit, really. So yeah, don't follow what I've been doing and do what I'm gonna be doing, and that's go to bed early, start early, because guess what, I'm gonna turn around because I need to go back. Because what's brilliant, yeah, is that if you start early in the morning, let's say you start 8 to like 11 goes really quick because you're still kind of like tired, you're just getting into the flow of being at work, and it just flies by. Whereas if you start at like 11, when I've been starting, which is just a joke, you're already awake and you're already ready to go. So it's like it feels like it takes longer. It's still an 8-hour shift, but it just feels like it takes way longer.
You need to rise and shine in the morning.
Ooh, look at the nice trees. The last tip is, don't take shit from anyone. And I mean this wholeheartedly. I mean all of them wholeheartedly. But in physical jobs, there's a lot of people that are not nice, okay? Let me just put it that way. Let me put it simply. And they're gonna try and abuse you. They're gonna try and use, especially if you're young, they're gonna try and use you to do physical jobs that they don't want to do, even though it's part of their job as well. It's not that they're higher than you, they have to do it as well. And they will try and get you to do bullshit because they know that most likely you're gonna do it because you want to keep your job, you're scared, like all of that. But ever since I started work, and this isn't an ego problem, I don't take shit from anyone, no matter who you are, whether you're my manager, I don't care. Like, if you talk down to me and you treat me like a piece of shit, if you treat me like the dirt off your shoe, you ain't gonna be faced with the nicest person, because I deserve respect and everyone deserves respect. And in these jobs you work really hard and they're really stressful. And you just want everyone to just be working together. In this job, we're all a team, we work together, and it's great because when you have hard days and you've got to do loads of work, it's nice because you've got a good team around you. I can safely say this is the first time I've ever had that. So yeah, don't let anyone talk down to you, no matter who you are. A little story to end it. I've had to say that to a customer once when I was working at Every. And this geezer had a tiny little space and he kept like 300, 400 parcels. And I can only fit about 900 in my van, and I've still got about 15 more drops to do. To do the maths, I could only take like 80, 100 parcels of his. And I told him that, I was like, I can't take all of them. I can only take that amount. And he went, no, you take, like instantly aggressively. And I was like, no, I can't. I was calm, I was like, no, I'm not taking them. I can't fit them in my van. And then I was like, do you wanna come look? And he was like, yeah, come look. I opened the door, some parcels like already falling on the floor. And I was like, look, I can't fit them in, okay? And then he was just like, no, you have to take. You call your manager, you have to take. And I said to him, I was like, I'm not doing anything. If I call my manager, he's gonna tell you exactly the same thing that I've just told you. Respect me as a human. And he just kept going. And I went, look, mate, I'm a delivery driver, okay? This job is hard enough on its own. I have no control over this. All I do is turn up, take as many parcels as I can, be as kind and polite as I can, go home and get my money. That's it. That's my job, okay? And you're taking it out on me, and it's got nothing to do with me. It's the company's fault. It's their policies. It's got nothing to do with me. And he went, oh yeah, no, I do appreciate that, man. Like you shouldn't. I shouldn't have taken it out on you. And that's just a prime example of I was calm, but then I had to be stern at a certain point, and I was like, stop taking your shit out on me. This isn't my fault, okay? And then he was like, yeah, I'm sorry. So that just shows that if you let people walk all over you, they will, and they'll do it every single time, okay? So don't let people do that. Be strong. Be strong and respect yourself, because if you let people do that to you, you're not respecting yourself, all right? Hope you enjoyed the video, lovely people. That's 5 tips that hopefully help you if you do jobs like this. I love you. Please subscribe. Please have a like. I haven't said that yet, but you know the deal. Leave a comment as well. I like the comments and I love you all. So
Bye-bye.